Welcome back to Be.Live. Be yourself and live your purpose. I'm Rocca Cruz and this is Money Matters. In our last episode, we talked about the power of planning, how working with wisdom and preparing for the future gives you stability and peace. But today, we're shifting from managing money to releasing it. Because there's a secret that the truly fulfilled people in life seem to know, that the more you give, the freer you become. This episode is about generosity. Not the kind that looks good online, but the kind that transforms your heart, your mindset, and purpose. Let me tell you about Liza. She owns a bakery in Laguna. It's the kind that fills the street every morning with the smell of fresh pandesal. When the pandemic hit, her sales dropped. She could barely cover rent and utilities. But every morning, she still baked a few extra trays of bread. She'd quietly give them away to the tricycle drivers and the construction workers nearby. Her friends told her, "Liza, you should stop giving. You can't afford it." But she always answered, "I can't give much, but I can still share." Months passed, her business stayed small but steady. One morning, a man came by, a former tricycle driver she used to give bread to. He now ran a cafe and offered to partner with her for a regular bread supply. That partnership became her turning point. Liza didn't give to get something back. She gave because she couldn't stand to see others hungry when she still had something to offer. Yet in giving, she received something deeper: provision, peace, and purpose. So Lisa's story shows that generosity isn't about the amount you give. It's about what happens inside you when you give. Generosity breaks the invisible chains that often tie us down. The chain of greed. Generosity breaks greed. Greed whispers, "You need more to be secure. You'll be happy if you have a lot." But generosity says, "I already have enough, so I can share." Every time you give, you silence that voice that says, "Mine." Generosity breaks fear. Fear says, "If I give, I'll not have for myself." But when you give, you discover something surprising. There's always enough. Generosity teaches you that money flows best when your hands are open. Generosity breaks pride. Pride says, "I earned this, it's mine, it's all mine. I did this, I'm rich because it's me." But generosity humbles us. It reminds us that we're not the source of our finances. We are just stewards. We're just managers of the money given to us to take care of. Okay. Generosity breaks the illusion of control. We think holding tighter the finances that we have keeps us safe. But giving reminds us that we were never fully in control anyway. And that's okay. Letting go brings peace. And lastly, I know generosity breaks a lot of things, but this is the last. It breaks isolation. When you give, you connect with people, with community, with purpose. Money was never meant to just accumulate. It was meant to circulate. So Lisa's story isn't just about bread. It's about breaking chains. The kind you can't see, but you definitely will feel. But before you give, check your heart. Giving isn't supposed to come from guilt or pressure. It should come from joy. The kind that says, I'm grateful for what I have and I want to share it. If your giving is just to prove something, to look generous, or because you were guilt-tripped into it, pause. That's not generosity. That's compulsion. There's a timeless truth that says God loves a cheerful giver. Not a forced giver, not a resentful giver, a cheerful one. So if your heart isn't ready to give yet, pray first. Don't give, pray first. Reflect, because true generosity flows from freedom, not fear. When giving comes from gratitude, it becomes something like a worship. It transforms you as much as it helps others. Purpose always points outward. It's not about what you achieve. It's about what you give away. When you start giving time, skill, encouragement, or money, you begin to see your purpose expand beyond yourself. You realize that life was never meant to be a closed system. You were meant to overflow, to flow. Lisa thought she was just giving bread, but she was living her calling, feeding people not just physically, but with hope. That's what generosity does. It turns money from a survival tool into a vessel of meaning. So let's try to apply this. Practical steps. Start small, but do it often. A little given with sincerity is more powerful than a lot given for show. Give in alignment with your purpose. If you love teaching, help someone learn. If you love to cook, share your meal. And don't wait to have plenty. Generosity begins where you are, with the little you have, with what you have already. That's where you start. And give with the right heart. If it doesn't come from joy, pause and reflect before you give. Generosity doesn't deplete you. It multiplies your joy, your peace, and your purpose. So today's lesson is simple. Generosity breaks chains. It breaks greed, pride, control, and isolation. It reminds you that life isn't about getting more. It's about becoming more. So open your journal and write this. What do I have right now that I can share? Is it time, skill, resource, finances? Here's another question. When I give, am I doing it cheerfully or out of pressure? When your hands are open to give, they're also open to receive. Because the more you give, the freer you live. If this message resonated with you, like and share, subscribe to my channel, and send this to someone who needs to be generous. The next episode will close the series with one final principle: building a legacy beyond money. So until then, this is Rocka Cruz reminding you, Be yourself and live your purpose.